You ever wake up one day and realize your dream life just turned into a three-ring circus? Yeah, that happened. The crazy thing is, I'd only been in my so-called forever home up on Ridgeview for about, 36 hours before all hell broke loose. No exaggeration. I'm talking patrol cars in the driveway, forged paperwork, threats to drag me out of my own house. Oh, and let's not forget an HOA president named Karen who made Darth Vader look like a Girl Scout. Let me back up a sec. Picture this. Me, Jason Marlowe, dead tired after a 4-hour drive and 2 weeks of packing, hauling the last box out of my pickup, sweat still drying on my back, boots full of sawdust, looking around at this place I'd built with my own hands. Timber siding, solar panels, all glass and pine. If you've ever felt proud of something, you know that feeling. But then I hear tires on gravel, and there's a patrol cruiser idling at the end of my drive. Blue lights flickering, 2 deputies stepping out like they'd drawn the short straw on neighborhood watch duty. The older one looked bored. Too many years, too many complaints. But the young guy had that, let's make a bust energy. Afternoon, sir, he says, looking at a clipboard. We received a complaint from the president of Silverbrook Estates HOA. Says you're unlawfully occupying and refusing community compliance. You know that feeling when your stomach drops, but your brain's still playing catch-up? That was me. I tell them, look, this isn't even in the HOA. Bought at federal auction 2 years ago. I've got every piece of paper from county, state, federal, all of it. You want to see? The younger guy tries to keep a straight face as he flips through his notes, mumbling about architectural violations and some rental program I'm refusing to engage in. So, I jog back inside. Don't even care I'm trailing sawdust. Grab my laminated zoning map. Yeah, I keep one by the door, because you learn fast that people like Karen always want proof. Spread it out on their cruiser. See? That thick red line. That's my land. Their HOA ends way south, nowhere near me. They stare, radio it in, check my ID, and finally hand everything back, shrugging. Well, you're not breaking any laws we can enforce, the older one sighs, but she's planning to escalate. Then they drive off, tires crunching, and there I am, just me and my deed, and this gut feeling that things are about to get a whole lot weirder. Next morning, sun's barely up, there's fog rolling across the ridge, and for 20 blessed minutes I let myself believe it's over. Then the mail comes. Thick, smug envelope. One of those where you know the sender wants you to feel inferior just holding it. Inside, a multi-page notice from the Silverbrook HOA, signed by Karen herself, all fancy language about me violating some regional residency compact, which, newsflash, doesn't exist. The best part? They're generously offering me a rental inside Silverbrook, $7, $200 a month, all services included. I mean, you have to laugh, right? Basically, get out of your own house, pay us rent, or else. At that point, I'm torn between setting the letter on fire and framing it. Instead, I scan it and send it off to county zoning, the state AG, and my lawyer Rachel, who picks up the phone with a laugh. Didn't even last 48 hours, huh? She's already got a cease and desist drafted, tells me to notarize everything, copy in the mayor, the county recorder, the works. If they want to play hardball, we'll build a stadium. That's Rachel. Later that day, I find a laminated sign zip tied to a county utility pole by my property line, Silverbrook branding, threatening unauthorized development. Yeah, that's subtle. I yank it down, snap a photo for my new Karen file, and chuck it in the garage. Then come the county inspectors. 2 guys in steel-toed boots, hard hats, clipboards, whole 9 yards. March up like they're about to break ground on a Walmart. Zoning compliance inspection, sir. Initiated by Registered Residential Authority. You guessed it, Karen. They start rattling off violations, verticality, texture treatments, aesthetic harmony with adjacent neighborhoods. I nearly lose it. The nearest Silverbrook house is a mile away. Unless they're flying a drone with a telescope, nobody's seeing my sighting. I call Rick, my county zoning guy. He pulls up in his Jeep, slams a giant binder down on their clipboard, and starts reading off codes. Residential agricultural exempt. Not subject to any HOA covenant. Permits active, inspections passed. Rick's a legend. The inspectors bail, muttering. Rick flips open his binder again and shows me a proposed overlay map, where, magically, Silverbrook's boundaries now include half the ridge, my land front and center. Photoshop job, he says. Not on any official file. Someone's pushing for annexation. He tells me to file a complaint and backs me up. That night, I zoom in on Google Maps. Someone's labeled my house as managed by Silverbrook HOA. You can't make this stuff up. I flag it, take screenshots, send it to Rachel. This isn't neighborly annoyance. This is psychological warfare. Rachel calls. Karen's running all the rental homes through her shell company, DVC Holdings. Husband Gregory? Retired code enforcement. 3 other owners have been run off their land in the last decade. Utilities cut, bogus complaints, surprise inspections. I can feel my jaw tighten. This isn't just Karen being a pain. It's a business model. That's when I decide to go public. I shoot a video, upload the receipts, post everything. Real maps, fake maps, Karen's letter, security cam footage of the inspectors. Within a day, it's viral. Local news picks it up. By sundown, the HOA's website is offline. Here's where the twist comes in, because it doesn't stop at threats and paperwork. The very next weekend, my perimeter camera catches a guy in an HOA security jacket snooping around my house. He slips a thick envelope through my mail slot, takes pictures through my kitchen window, walks the entire property line. I catch it all on camera, shout at him through the intercom, and by the time I get home, he's long gone. The envelope? A fake HOA contract, my name and a forged signature, witnessed by Gregory Darrow. Rachel doesn't even flinch. That's felony forgery. I file a sheriff's report, hand over video, and yeah, the deputy laughs at the amateur hour, but then says, if they filed this, that's fraud. I don't sleep that night, but not out of fear, more like strategy mode. I plant new cameras, sync everything to the cloud, send anonymous tips to journalists, upload footage of the security guy on the evening news. By Monday, journalists, lawyers, even a real estate law professor are blowing up my phone. Then Rachel calls. They filed the fake contract at the county office. It's in the system. Chest goes cold for a second. Then I realize, this is perfect. Now it's a crime. With a paper trail. We hit back hard. Formal HUD complaint under the Fair Housing Act. Federal RICO claim. Yep, racketeering. Dragging Karen, Gregory, Silverbrook HOA. Their shell company, everyone. Just for kicks, I buy a highway billboard. Private land is not for rent, not for sale, not for Karen. Post every document, timeline, video to a website, stoptheannex.org. Homeowners across the country email with similar stories. Now it's national. Subpoenas drop. County zoning is forced to cough up Silverbrook's records, emails, complaints, internal memos. Suddenly Karen resigns via anonymous thumb drive, offering to withdraw everything if I drop my claims. We hand it all to the FBI. Next morning, 2 agents knock on my door. Not a joke. We're with Public Integrity, pattern of misconduct by local HOAs and municipal officials. They've already got files. I hand over videos, emails, every last shred. That afternoon, FBI raids Silverbrook HOA's office. By sunset, Karen's in cuffs. Gregory's picked up at a golf resort. The HOA's bank accounts, communications, frozen by court order. Residents get notices, dues suspended, enforcement actions halted. Some panic. Some throw a barbecue. Turns out Karen's been using HOA funds to finance her rental schemes, lining pockets with fake charges, forged leases, unzoned properties. County registrar prints a formal correction to the records. My parcel never had lawful HOA affiliation. Rachel frames a copy for her office. I bolt mine to the gatepost. But the real cherry on top? A DOJ attorney drops off a box. I'm a witness in a federal RICO case. Inside, evidence lists, forged contracts, digital map overlays, even handwritten notes. Make this go away. We'll give him a house. I laugh so loud my dog barks. The HOA collapses fast. Prosecutors bring wire fraud, racketeering, conspiracy, the whole book. Gregory flips, hands over every email. Residents dissolve the HOA. 82% vote to nuke it from orbit. Silverbrook Estates is officially erased. Rental homes sold off, ill-gotten gains clawed back. The billboard? I leave it up, add a new line. Now a federal case. Everything public. Our website explodes. 500,000 hits. Homeowners from everywhere telling their stories. Rachel and I start a nonprofit, Freehold Defense League. We share templates, videos, guides, teach people how to fight back. My house becomes a symbol. People drive in from other states just to shake my hand, to see proof you can win if you stand your ground. Last week, I put up a final sign under my land certificate. Private land, not for rent, not for sale, not for Karen. Permanently outside all HOA jurisdiction. Sometimes I look at it and just smile, remembering every threat, every forged document, every time I was told to back down. And then I remember the knock on the door from the FBI. You don't beat these people by playing their game. You beat them by documenting everything, never backing down, and building something they can't touch. Because in the end, property lines, they aren't just ink on a map. They're where you stand, draw the line, and say, this is mine. But hey, that's just my story. What about you? Would you have fought, or would you have moved out and let Karen win? Let me know down below, because if this could happen to me, it could happen to anybody. And if you're listening, don't just watch, stand your ground.